Man, myth, legend. For hundreds of years, there's been sightings of a giant ape-like creature across North America. What is this being? Is it a descendant of the apes? Aliens? A different evolutionary path from the Homo erectus? Join us as we discuss the one with many names on episode 22, Bigfoot. Hey, we are Bizarre Investigations. I'm Hugh.
And I'm Josh.
And welcome to episode 22, Bigfoot.
Episode 22, Season 2.
Season 2.
Technically, episode 2 of season... Yeah. It gets confusing. Episode 22.
Episode 22, Sasquatch, the Yeti, the skunk ape, the Matadog, the whole bunch of other names for Bigfoot.
Got a bunch of... What's the one that ATT used? I'm sorry, I know we don't want to steal from them, but...
El Nasty.
I didn't find that one.
I couldn't find it either.
And I found like hundreds of names. Did not find that one, though.
Yeah, that was... apparently that was like the indigenous tribe in, what's it called? Dialtov Pass.
Well, I
That's
know...
what they called the Yeti.
I gotcha. But I know that I looked up like all these Indian names they have for it.
Yeah.
And I was trying to find that one, and I could not find it.
Well, no, because it was a Russian name.
So it wasn't Indian. I should have not been looking up Indian names.
No.
Gotcha.
But, the Bigfoot, Bigfoot is pretty much only in Northern America.
Yeah, a lot of it is here in California.
Yeah. But, so there's like the Yeti and this and all that shit. That's in other parts of the world. But Bigfoot, Sasquatch,
Skunk ape,
that's like Northern America.
Yeah.
And from the Canadian fellas, they can be the A-nasty.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one.
ATT said as well. So we're going to do something a little different. We're just going to pretty much jump right into it.
Yeah, we just got to do the brain fuck first. And we do have a little bit of an intro to it now. So, you want to get into that right now? Or
yeah, let's get into it right now.
He's going to play it right now.
The brain fuck of the week. What belongs to you, but others use it more often?
There it is, guys. We want to say it one more time?
Yeah, say it one more time. What belongs to you, but others use it more often?
It's a good one. I don't know.
Yeah,
but I guess we'll find out at the end, right?
It's pretty easy.
What belongs to you, but others use more often?
Yep. Just a simple little brain fuck.
Yeah. Good one.
It was
good
the one I
saved
from episode 20, so I had to wait like 2 months to use it.
Yeah. Start season 2 off right with a good one.
Yeah, right, with a good one.
There you go.
So, Bigfoot, everyone knows, right?
Everyone knows what Bigfoot is, I'm assuming, but you want to kind of describe it a little bit?
Yeah, let's describe it a little bit. So,
wait. Are you going to actually give them the description?
Well, I'm going to give him the description of one like Native American tribe described him.
Yeah. Okay, go for it.
Because they idolized him type of thing.
Yeah, this thing's been around forever.
Yeah, and they called him the Matlog.
The Matlock?
Matlog.
Huh.
Matlog. The Matlog was described as having a huge monstrous fucking body.
Monstrous.
Oh, man. Covered in black bristle-type hair, the creature's skull was similar to a human's in shape, but much larger and sharp. Strong fangs similar to a bear or a wolf. Its arms were long with curved claws and fingers, and it was known to emit a terrible scream. It's no wonder the tribe's people believed the creature was some type of demon.
Nice. Well, so what I think is that they by sharp head they mean like a coned head, probably.
Yeah.
Because that's more like a
it's more. Yeah, it's pretty much it's a giant ape.
That's what Gigantopithecus.
Gigantopithecus. Okay.
I know that Joe Rogan has talked about that, and he doesn't believe like Bigfoot's real, but he believes Bigfoot is technically Gigantopithecus, so he technically believes it's real or something.
He also talked about like some ape, the apes that can kill lions. Do you ever see that? There's like a tribe of apes that hunt lions.
I did not know that. No,
they're about the same height as us,
and
they walk on twos. And yeah, so
apes are no joke, though.
Apes are fucking scary.
Fuck yeah, they are.
I mean, have you ever seen Planet of the Apes?
I have. Can you imagine one being actually that smart, dude?
we would be like Planet of the Apes would be dead. Actually,
Right.
I'm pretty sure we can fuck them up. But hey, if they're as smart as us, they have twice the strength as us, so they'll probably kill us.
They're pretty strong, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
they get really, really big too.
They do,
which is why obviously you can make the correlation that the apes or the Bigfoot is a descendant of the apes, or vice versa, something along those lines.
Yes, I think for me it's either. I mean, I have a lot of theories for it, but what's the Homo erectus?
Homo erectus was like the
humans before the Homo sapiens, which we are.
Hairy human people.
Yeah, they're the ones that look like apes still.
Exactly.
So I mean, it could potentially be a descendant of that.
Yeah, I have a theory on what I think they are. I don't know if you want to get into that at the end, or if you want to just jump right into that.
We can do whatever we want.
We can. This is our show. So what I kind of think, and I'm not 100% sure on this one, but it's just kind of something that popped in my head, that they are like aliens.
That's one of my theories as well.
Yeah. Because, I mean, that's why you never find bodies of them. That's why they're so easily hidden and all that kind of stuff.
In 1972, this researcher for ARPA, ARPO, which is aerial something phenomena, they researched that all the times that a lot of UFO sightings would happen, there'd also be Bigfoot sightings right after that. Yeah,
that makes sense. Yeah. Like, it puts them together.
Yeah, I mean, one that's really cool.
The only thing is, though, you never... I mean, I'm sorry, I don't want to say never, but I've never heard of a sighting like in a city or anything like that.
Yeah, well, I think they want to hide.
Like a heavy populated city, you know what I mean? But the aliens, I would imagine that just the idea of an alien, they would be in the city observing people as well.
Maybe they want, they're studying our resources or whatever.
Hiding in the wood. That's the only thing where it gets iffy for me as far as aliens go, because why would they be hiding out in the woods and, like, you know what I mean? What are they gaining in the woods? Is like what knowledge or what? Why? You know what I mean? And the only thing I could think of is maybe they're like their planet blew up or something, and they just need a place to fucking live.
Or I mean, another one they could say is they're studying us. But at the same time, why would you find some fucking UFO that we could see you in, motherfucker?
Right. And then, first of all, why study us from the woods
from afar?
It seems like you're gonna get not a lot of information if you're hiding in the woods a lot.
You're just gonna get the hikers and the people that want to find you. Yeah, because you leave footprints. Dumbass.
Yeah, they definitely leave footprints. I know that those are found quite often.
They're found
maybe more so than actual sightings.
Yeah, sometimes I believe half of them are faked.
I know that. What's that guy's name, dude? Ray Wallace.
Ray Wallace, yeah.
I know he made like a cast out of wood, and then he was going around leaving footprints just to like.
I'm pretty sure he called him the Minnesota Iceman, if I wasn't mistaken.
Really?
I'm pretty sure that's what they called the
Bigfoot that he was supposedly finding or something.
Because apparently he had a few friends and they just go around and make footprints, right?
That's crazy. Why would you do that? I mean, I guess I know why.
I mean, there's a lot of people who would follow your trails and like, oh my God.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I guess I know why, but at the same time, it's like,
yeah,
why?
It's just to get on the news pretty much, I guess.
To try to get famous?
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. That's people have done it in way worse ways.
Right.
Kim Kardashian. So, I mean, there's worse ways to do it, I guess.
Hey, she might be our first lady. Now you hush it.
Yeah, you never know. Never know. Can't rule anything out, I guess.
No,
especially not these days.
Yeah. Hey, but you got a Bigfoot story, right?
I do actually. So I don't ever want to say like I for sure saw a Bigfoot.
Just like the ghost in the hallway, right?
Exactly. I don't want to say for sure it was Bigfoot, but I saw something that.
That's what you speculated was.
Oh, essentially, yeah. But I saw something that freaked me out enough to where I was like, I even called my cousin at the time, and I was like, "Hey, fuck, we worked at the same place." So I was like, "Man, you gotta get over here. I saw a Bigfoot," and he was like, "Fuck you, no, you didn't." But anyways, so I worked at a place delivering.
Mm-hmm.
It was 4:00 in the morning, and I was on a little backcountry road, and it was near Sacramento, but it wasn't in Sacramento. It was like out in
more in the boonies.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So I was driving around, and I had a big old truck making a delivery, and I'm looking in front of me, probably like 300 yards. So it was a good little distance.
Mm-hmm.
And I see something crossing the road, and it was on 2 feet, and it took like just a couple of steps. And this is a 2-lane road, but it took a couple steps, and it was on the other side of the road. It was definitely all hairy, and I remember being extremely big, like this. It was close to the height of my truck.
Oh shit!
So that would have been like 9 feet.
Yeah.
But I remember that, and then I never saw its face really, so I can't tell you for sure. Like, it wasn't a bear, but I mean, why would a bear?
I mean, that would be a big ass fucking bear.
That'd be a huge bear.
That's a ginormous bear.
But that's also something that crossed my mind when I saw this thing.
Mm-hmm.
So when I got up to it and I was I was looking around. I stopped my truck. I got out. I was looking around on the side of the road. It was dark, but
you're fucking crazy.
Well, I was trying to see what I saw, and because what went through my mind is I just saw a Bigfoot.
Yeah.
And so I was literally looking where I saw it run to, and there was nothing there. I was looking at the distance because there wasn't a ton of trees around.
Yeah.
Because it was right next to a road, so there wasn't that many trees right off the side. But I was looking and looking. I didn't find anything, and so I was like, "Fuck, man, that's crazy." I wish like I had a dash cam or something like that would have caught it. You know what I mean? But I didn't. So all I can say is that I think I saw one.
I mean, even if you saw a bear that big, that is a sight.
That's just an estimate, you know what I mean?
Well,
because it was a distance away, so I mean that's just an estimate from a long, long ways away.
Mm-hmm.
So I could be wrong on that one.
That kind of reminds me of that other story that you saw at one of our properties.
Oh yeah, dude, that was freaky, man. I didn't know what the fuck that was, dude. It could have been anything.
Josh went on the radio, and it was like, "What the? I don't even know what the fuck I just saw," and. Like he was, in my opinion, he was pretty shocked.
Yeah, this was a couple weeks ago, and so I'm pulling up in Sacramento. There's this little dump area,
mm-hmm.
and I'm driving around this closed road where nobody's at, and
it's dark.
It's no lights because it's like a closed road. So I see there's a bush on the side of the road, and I see something like messing around in the bush, but I wasn't sure what it was, so I was like shined my light on it, and I seen a little black figure, but I couldn't make it out. And so I was kind of like driving my vehicle closer to it so my headlights can shine on them. And then all of a sudden it ran out of the bushes, and it was on 4 legs, and it looked like a cross between a dog and a mountain lion, but black.
Mm.
And so I was like, what the fuck, dude? Yeah, that one freaked me out pretty bad though too, because you know what I ended up doing is it started running down this closed road, and in a vehicle, I started chasing it, and I was like, "Fuck, Dad, I gotta get this," and it disappeared. Like it was so fast that it just boom, and it shot off to the side of the road, gone, and it was pretty crazy. I tried to record it because we actually have dash cams in our vehicles, and when I went to ask for the footage, they're like, "Oh, you didn't record anything, man."
And all you gotta do is there's like this green button, and you press it, and it records 5 minutes before and 5 minutes after.
Right.
So if you press it, it automatically records.
It's supposed to.
Yeah, it's supposed to.
And then when I went in and asked for it, they're like, "Oh man, you didn't record anything." I'm like, "Dude, I saw something. I just want to see it." And they're like, "No, nothing from you, man." I was like, "Okay, dude, whatever." But yeah, that's another one of my stories of what I can see and not see.
I mean, that one, I remember that night. You were like genuinely like shocked. Like, what the fuck did I just see?
Yeah, that definitely wasn't a Bigfoot.
It definitely, yeah.
Definitely not. It might have been like a fucking chupacabra, maybe. But you know what's funny is I think it like the thing that crossed my mind was like a fucking mountain lion, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And mountain lions can come in black.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it literally could have been a mountain lion. It was about the right size and everything for it.
There's been sightings in Sacramento of mountain lions, yeah.
Yeah, but not black ones.
Yeah.
So that would be kind of crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Freaky. But I still go to that place, and I'm like, I'm not getting out of my car. That's what you're thinking. Like, yeah, that's a freaky place, man. Anyways, back to Bigfoot.
Back to Bigfoot.
I know you were doing a little bit of looking into like the footprints and everything like that.
Yeah, actually, I want to talk about one of the earlier sightings, though.
Yeah, just do it.
All right, so there was a journal, like it's in Spanish. I can't read Spanish very well.
I can't read it at all, so.
Nauticus de Nautica.
Sounds about right to me.
I'm sorry if I destroyed that. But in translation, an account of the Nautica sound in 1792 by Jose Marino Mezzino. Yeah, he was a naturalist, and he was one of the first people, besides a native tribe, to see the matlog. And that was like one of the earliest ones I could find in California. It wasn't actually, never mind, it wasn't even California. It was actually in Vancouver. There was a small, called the island of Vancouver in Canada. And he was just hiking along, and he saw this, and he like, in fear, like he was studying the area. This was like when the Spanish came and were discovering the Pacific coast. So he was discovering everything, and he like ran to the native tribe. He ran like for 45 minutes to the closest tribe member and found him. They sat him down, talked about the demon, the matlog, and described it. And
I wonder why they call it a demon.
I mean, I don't know.
They're just scared of it and they don't know what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Imagine you like
even nowadays. Imagine like seeing something crazy like that.
I was gonna say, imagine seeing something without like modern technology. You would be fucking freaked out.
That's true too, because they would have had no clue.
Yeah.
So imagine, yeah, I get it. I get it now that I'm thinking about it.
Just seeing something ginormous in the fucking wood line.
Yeah.
And then you're like, what the fuck is that? Obviously, you probably wouldn't say fuck. They'd be speaking something else, but you know.
Yeah, it makes sense, though. I mean, I'm sure they knew what bears and shit were.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, they probably, like, oh, I know what this animal is, and then all of a sudden this shit fucking shows up, and you're like...
And there was never monkeys...
What the hell is this?
In North America.
No, there wasn't. Gigantopithecus was in Asia.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I know they found, like, fossils and bones and shit in Asia.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, the mandibles, the jaws and teeth and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And so that's how they were able to, like, tell how big those fucking apes were.
Mm-hmm.
But they said that there's like a way they could have came over from Asia to the United States.
I mean, it's not a big swim from Russia to Alaska.
I doubt they were swimming, but I'm saying is
it
like...
could have been frozen over and they could walk, because I'm pretty sure there's been points in history where it's been completely frozen over.
Well, if you really think about it, it wasn't supposedly everything connected at one point.
Pangea? Yeah.
So technically, if you go off of that, then yes.
But that was millions of years ago, billions of years ago.
Yeah, but you never know.
Yeah. I don't think it was billions, but millions of years ago.
It was a long time ago for sure. But you never know. I mean, if they were connected, then that's possible, I guess.
Yeah.
But also, I mean, you could have think that people maybe brought them over.
Yeah.
So that's possible too. Trying to, oh, look at this, is cool. They don't have them over here. Let's go take them and show them, make some money.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially a zoo.
Yeah. So another sighting. It was 20 years later, 1811, with the first white man sighting.
First time a white man saw them?
Yeah, the first white man sighting. That's what the quote was. His name was Jasper. No. Wait, his name was David Thompson. Sorry. It was in Jasper, Alberta, Canada.
Jasper.
Yeah. He found footprints, and while it was 14 inches long, 8 inches wide with 4 toes, and as he was hiking through, he saw that footprint, and then...
4 toes. All the things that I've seen have 5 toes.
Well, it was 4 toes up top and 1 on the side.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And he set up camp, and while he was camping, one of these things grabbed him and took him to their camp. Yeah. And took him to, like, picked him up, carried him, and then after, like, they had no interest in eating him or anything like that. Like, he could see all the bones of dead animals around him, but he said he did not feel, like, threatened and didn't feel like he was going to get eaten. They were interested in the fucking blanket that he had. So
was it made out of animals or anything?
I don't know.
You would imagine so way back then.
Maybe, yeah. And so they just grabbed it and were like, in his account, he was like playing with the blanket. I think it was more of like a sleeping bag type of thing because he was carried in it.
Well, 1811, I mean...
It might not have been a sleeping bag, but
something similar to it. For back then, yeah.
And after like I think he said like 5 hours, he ran and he found a Catholic priest, I believe, or not, he didn't say Catholic. It was just a missionary.
Missionary.
And then they sat him down and talked about the Bigfoot. It wasn't, I don't know what they called him, but it was pretty much described the same way the Matt log was.
Wait, so the priest and people were aware of it?
Yeah, the missionary. Yeah,
and so they reported it. So technically, it's not the first one.
No. The 1792. Yeah, so these were like the early sightings of people who like documented it.
No, because so you said at the beginning it's the first white man to see it, right?
Yeah, the first.
But he's reporting it to the people in the area, or
the tribe.
Okay, the tribe. So they were aware of it, and they were like, okay, yeah, we already know.
Yeah, they sat him. It's just like the Matt log. They sat him down and described it. They also called that one the Matt log as well. And then starting in like the 20th century, they stopped calling it the Matt log.
I noticed that I seen this one story, and I don't remember exactly where it was, but it was an Indian woman had her kids by the stream or something like that.
Okay.
And that she had seen this huge creature come out from the woods, and the creature like took her kid or something like that, and then disappeared. And then the whole village went searching, and they never found him. I don't remember exactly where that was at, though.
Yeah, it could just be the mom wanted to kill the kid, so they...
Could be, yeah.
No, I'm just... It was native?
It was, yeah. I don't remember exactly the spot for it, but yeah.
Okay. You got any other, like, early stories?
Early stories, no, but, like, the most famous one was the Gimlin-Patterson one.
Okay.
That one was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
That one was it's still to this day the most famous one, and I think it's the most credible one. It definitely has not been like dismissed as faked or anything like that yet. People have tried to, but they haven't actually been able to verify it as fake or anything like that.
When I was reading that story about they took him, I read the wrong part, the wrong name. It was not David Thompson. It was see here, I wrote the wrong section.
And this is why we don't write down notes.
Yeah, that's why we don't write down notes. It was actually 1928 when this happened. His name was Harry. That's all. Muclot Harry. Muclot Harry. Yeah.
Sounds cool.
And he was taken, and he found 20 of them, and they were just interested in his blanket. So, sorry for the misinformation. The 1811 one was the first white man, and he found footprints. So I mixed them together. Sorry.
Jumble it all up together. It's all good.
Whatever.
Have you seen the Patterson Gimlin film?
The one where you see Bigfoot and he looks back at the camera, right?
Right. Yeah.
The infamous stride, his arm, his
exactly.
Stride, yeah.
This one right here. This is just a picture, but
yeah.
Well, did you see they remastered it, or they like essentially made it way better?
I have not.
So they like spoofed it up or whatever, like made it look like
nice, like how they did with like World War II in color.
Right.
Okay.
So it looks so real.
Really?
Like you can see it down to where the foot. You can actually see the bottom of the foot when he's lifting it up, and there's give me 1 second here. I gotta look this up. Okay, so we're back. Sorry, I had to look something up real quick. So I was explaining the bottom of the foot and how they can see it. Well, apparently because of the footage being like advanced so much that you can see there's a mid-tarsal break in the foot. It's not something that humans have. So,
and that's the flexibility of like the heel-ish kind of?
Well, it's like the middle of your foot flexes.
Yeah, so the heel doesn't hit the ground.
Correct. And your toes can dig into the ground without like missing a beat. It essentially gives more traction.
It'd be like us walking on the balls of our feet only.
I can read the explanation that it has here.
Yeah.
It says a medial shift at the center pressure trajectory with dorsiflexion of a mid-tarsal joint.
Yeah, no, I read that.
Yeah, so essentially it is exactly what we just said.
Yeah.
But yeah, the with the footage being updated so much, you can actually see that, and so a lot of people are pointing to that as like it being authenticated, essentially.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. I mean, You can't put a human in there and then change how their foot works.
Unless you just tell them walk on your heel.
Yeah, but that wouldn't work because it bends at the middle of the foot. So it wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
So a lot of people...
my only thing with that footage right there, it kind of looks just like the Planet of the Apes people.
Yeah, but this was so old. So old.
When did that happen?
1967.
What year was it again?
1967.
And the original Planet of the Apes film came out in 1968.
There you go. So it wasn't them.
But filming wise, it could happen right there. And then that honestly, that face looks almost identical to one of the faces on Planet of the Apes.
And Planet of the Apes probably copied it.
I don't think so.
Probably.
I don't think so.
Well, the footage it was definitely not doctored because they've proved that it wasn't doctored. So
I'm not saying it wasn't doctored. I'm saying they put on a fucking...
You wouldn't move like that. It doesn't move like humans. Like I already explained.
Yeah, but okay, now you go and add this extra filmage and shit like that, and you can doctor that part with modern technology.
You could, but you can see it in the original film. It's clear the way the creature moves. It's not human-like. It's not even close. And also, the technology for the suits back then, you would have been able to definitely tell that it was a suit. They didn't have the kind of technology they do nowadays.
Potentially.
No.
I'm just saying that was like a one way I could debunk it type of thing. I would try to debunk it is that it looks very similar to.
Yeah, because they took it off of what they saw in this film.
No, they took it off a motherfucking monkey.
No,
the Planet of the Apes.
Okay, well that's even that literally explains nothing.
The fucking costume does. Yeah, every single one of them were fucking costumed up.
Yeah, in the movie, not in this film.
Yeah, okay. How do you know though?
Because
did you read the backstory to how that happened?
Yeah, they've been searching for like 30 days.
Yeah, 30 days, and this Bigfoot came up and like grabbed the fucking horse. It jumped off and grabbed this old ass film thing that you'd had to fucking wind up and got a perfect footage of it.
Yeah, because they didn't see him right away.
He's in his story. He said he was running towards it.
Yeah, he was trying to catch up to it, but he couldn't.
Because the Bigfoot like grabbed its horse, and he was running towards it with his fucking big. You remember what the cameras looked like back then? Because I mean, I wasn't born, but
the Bigfoot didn't grab the horse.
That's what his story said.
No, it didn't.
Yeah,
no, he said he saw it in the distance. They were on horseback, but they didn't. They were never gotten near it.
So he got perfect footage.
It wasn't perfect. It was really super grainy.
Okay, grainy to us, but not for them.
Yeah, but imagine how many times he could have gotten better footage, but he didn't have his camera or anything like that. So,
but back then, like that was a great quality camera.
Well, I'm sure it was. If he's going out and spending 30 days trying to find something, he better bring a damn good camera.
Yeah.
So yeah, he probably had better technology too.
Yeah, but okay, go running through the fucking woods to go catch up with it.
Oh, he's dead now.
I'm not going to ask him.
Oh, I know, but but he went to his grave saying that no, I never faked anything. It was legitimate.
And you made how much money? A lot.
He probably made a pretty decent amount. He actually didn't really do much though. It was the Gimlin guy who ended up going to like the Bigfoot, fucking what do you call them? The Bigfoot expos and shit, and speaking and stuff like that. But he still stands by his story as well.
Yeah, when you want to make millions, I bet you still makes money off of that shit.
He might, but at the same time, it's like, okay, so this video it's been proven authentic, not doctored whatsoever. So the only way to fake it is to put on a suit, and the suit technology didn't exist back then.
How?
It didn't. It didn't exist.
How?
What do you mean how? I'm telling you, it just didn't exist.
But the doctored version of the film shows it thing, so you can doctor that shit up.
You can still see it in the original. You just can't see it so clearly.
Okay, hold on. Okay, I just rewatched it like 10 times. I mean, okay, the way it walks is pretty unnatural.
And it literally like points out that you can see its muscles.
I can't see the muscles in the original video.
You can see them like flexing and everything like that.
I can't.
And it says like the features are ape-like mixed with a human on the face. It literally, on the one I was watching, it highlights the muscles moving. And it like highlights them for you. Suits don't do that.
Honestly, I just can't see that. I didn't see it in my...
I mean, like, okay,
video
so... The only way to like disprove it is say it's just an ape, an actual ape. You can't say it's a costume anymore because costumes don't do that.
Okay, do you know how the costumes were made for Planet of the Apes?
Yeah, they weren't made like that.
Okay. the 1968 Planet of the Apes, right? You've seen it? I know you don't like old movies.
Mm-hmm.
That's, in my opinion, one of the great movies of all times.
Yeah, they looked retarded.
Yes.
They did.
They looked like just... Yeah.
Like, they didn't look real
bland.
at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That doesn't look real at all.
This looks extremely real.
Whatever.
It does, but...
I'm just saying, I was trying to be the devil's advocate that you can... Normal people will disprove it. By saying...
Experts have tried to disprove it and can't.
Okay, what experts?
I don't know. The experts on fucking film.
Okay, it doesn't have to be fucking doctored as in fucking CGI type of shit. Anyone... You can put a costume on and make it look pretty realistic.
Not back in 1967.
Yeah,
by the way, this took place in Red Bluff, California. That's not far from us.
Yeah, Red Bluff is actually one of the most cited places for Bigfoot. Like, they find the most tracks and all this shit.
Yeah, there's a lot of fucking woods up there.
There is a lot of fucking woods.
So that's why I think that there's a lot of places to hide. So
yeah. I was just trying to give my fucking play the devil's advocate.
I know you were, but the thing is, it was real.
I mean, hey, whatever.
But yeah, California's a hotbed for this thing, dude.
It is. Northern California.
All over the place.
But so is fucking like Oregon and everything, Washington.
Well, yeah, the state that borders California.
Yeah.
In the wooded area that borders it and pretty much is shared.
Yeah. And a lot of it's on like the Pacific coast. A lot of like the major sightings.
That's a little weird too, because like you wouldn't think it would be so close to the ocean.
It kind of brings sight to your Asia thing.
Yeah, that's true too. Maybe they like the water.
Yeah. Maybe they're excellent swimmers and they swam across the ocean.
Yeah.
The megalodon came up and fucking punched it in the face.
The megalodon in the face like, you don't want this, bro. You don't want this smoke.
But yeah, it's also in Canada. Like the major sightings are all on the Pacific coast.
That's pretty cool though.
Yeah,
so maybe we'll run into one.
Bluff Creek is right off.
You know what we should do is go to the Patterson-Gimlin site and check it out.
I'm going to there's a place by Santa Cruz, and it's like just like dedicated to Bigfoot.
That's pretty cool.
I'm going camping there.
I would love to actually go to a place like that. I know they have a few of them.
It's like, do you know where the Redwood National Forest is?
I do.
That's where it is.
Maybe you'll see one this weekend.
I'm not going there. I'm not going camping this weekend there. I'm going Truckee. But in September, I'm going to be going to the Bigfoot National Area.
Nice. Maybe you'll see one then.
Yeah. I'll have to stop by the Bigfoot museum they have there.
Oh yeah, take pictures, buy some souvenirs.
I went there before. It was it's just a small little shack. Yeah. But there's a big statue of him.
Is it lifelike or is it actual size?
Yeah, it's ginormous. It's like 8 feet, 9 feet tall.
Yeah, that's cool though.
So when we get to a little bit of the footprints, I really only looked up in one footprint.
Which one? The cripple foot?
Cripple foot.
Yeah.
And that one actually, from the documentary I watched, that brought the most light to it. Mm-hmm. Because what do you call a fucking person who studies the feet?
Orthodontist.
That's a fucking teeth.
Pediatrician?
Orthopedics.
Orthopedics sounds all right.
Pedicure. Yes.
Ortho. I was close.
I don't know. Is it
orthopedics?
Whatever. The person who studies the fucking feet.
This feet studier person.
Yeah, the guy who like studies feet for a living.
Yeah.
He said the only way this foot was a Bigfoot foot, right? It was a big ass foot, but it was crippled. Like one of the toes was off way to the left.
I remember seeing that cast,
and it was all like deformed looking, like it was broken.
Bigfoots get hurt too.
Yeah, and the way it was like stepped, they said the pressure alongside it resembles like a broken foot, and he said the only way that could be a mold, like the foot doctor. Mm-hmm. The foot doctor said the only way that could be a mold is if he had more study and experience than that doctor himself, and he was like a master in feet. And
so it authenticated it.
Yeah, he authenticated. He goes. He even drew what it would look like as a foot. Mm-hmm. And he said, this is what it was. So there's no way someone would be able to create something that why would you create something that's not perfect if you're going to...
Right. Why would you mess it up intentionally?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe because more people talk about that one footprint than most other ones, right?
Possibly. But you would think you'd want to, I want to get the most pristine one possible.
That's what I would think.
Yeah.
And no, it's a crippled foot.
And it actually helps the case to say that Bigfoot is real.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, because I wanted to disprove that fucking video, I believe in Bigfoot. Like, I 100% do.
Yeah, you can't disprove a real video.
Yeah, I can.
Can't do it.
I can if I really wanted to.
Nope,
I'll go fucking put a costume on and we'll go get a grainy ass fucking video like that and we'll go recreate it.
Guarantee it doesn't look the same.
I bet you would. I'll match up the fucking angle that I lift my feet up and everything.
Not possible. Anyways, okay, moving on.
Yeah.
So I found this thing in a documentary that says the United States military is involved in the cover-up of Bigfoot or Sasquatch.
Well, it's just like remember we talked about Diatolov Pass about the Yeti.
Oh yeah.
How the military knew about the incident before it got released.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm pretty sure fucking the U.S. government would know about something like that too.
Hell yeah, they would, dude.
The U.S. government is full of fucking secrets.
Yeah, liars.
Fucking.
Anyways, let me read this little part here.
Okay.
So it says the United States military has record of these creatures, which includes survival maps for their Air Force personnel, as well as in Army Corps of Engineers flora and fauna description of their existence in the Washington Environmental Atlas of 1975. Literally, that's so like, okay. Think about that. They put it in their atlas.
Yeah.
Like, that's a documentation of these animals. Like,
it's true.
Why would you put it in there if you didn't think they existed?
What's the actual name they put in the atlas?
Sasquatch. Sasquatch, and it says number 73, and it shows a thing of Washington and where they've been actually spotted.
So do you think that could just be like an unknown? They just use Sasquatch as unknown?
It would be the only one in there that was unknown.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Could they use that as like a placeholder for the unknown? I'm trying to play devil's advocate.
I mean, I guess so, but I think they put it in there because someone actually saw it.
Yeah.
Like, I think that it's acknowledged. Like, you don't put something in the atlas unless it's acknowledged. You don't just go putting in the fucking Loch Ness Monster and that shit.
Well, is the Loch Ness Monster and that shit?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
So that's my point. Is that why would the military go as far as to put it in there, or the military acknowledging it as well? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's, to me, already it kind of substantiates it. It makes it more real.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what else you got, man?
Actually, I hit up a Bigfoot researcher. Like, he actually goes out and tries to search for Bigfoot, right?
I remember you telling me you're trying to reach out to him.
Yeah, he sent me something. He said there has been many sightings in the early parts of this year, but he said the Bigfoot community is actually getting more into technology and drones, and he said people are spending like $3,000 for, a cheap, good drone that they can, start traversing the forest and cover more ground with, and reduce like the danger. But yeah, they said they have like thermals on their drones now, apparently.
So technology is what is going to catch the Bigfoot.
Yeah, they said they're traversing more of the grounds. They've had more footprint sightings in the last month because people have been on lockdown. They just want to get outside and go into the woods.
Just trying to get away and do anything.
Yeah, so they've been a lot more footprint sightings in the last like month or two. By the time about a month or two.
Mm-hmm.
So that's cool that they're actually they're implementing new technology, which, I mean, personally, I would have
done it a long time ago.
Like the Phantom drones, like the DJI Phantoms, they've been out for like 5-6 years.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. The technology has been around for a little while now, so they're just getting around to using it.
That's what's weird to me.
But you know what? It never crossed my mind to actually do that. So
yeah, I mean, I love drones.
Drones are cool as shit, dude. But I'm saying, like, it never crossed my mind to actually get into
utilizing it.
Yeah, exactly, for Sasquatch or Bigfoot, whatever you want to call it. That's smart.
That is very smart.
And if they have the heat, what is it called? The thermal?
The thermal.
Yeah, they have that too. That's going to help. I mean,
it's going to help significantly. You can be up in the fucking sky and you can see a little thermal, and you can bring the drone down and you can see, okay,
could you imagine getting footage of like a Sasquatch just reaching out and grabbing a fucking drone, crushing it and shit? That'd be dope, man.
I just thought of fucking like the beef jerky commercial.
Oh, those are
Jack
funny
Links.
as shit, dude. Those are funny as shit, man. I love those commercials.
That's what I just thought of when you said that. You got anything else?
I don't have anything else on Bigfoot. The funny thing is, and I don't know if you ran into the same problem, there's not a lot of facts on Bigfoot or Sasquatch.
It's just like a lot of this shit, though.
It's a lot of, well, yeah, but at the same time, you can find facts on stuff.
Yeah.
This one, you don't really have a ton of facts. You just have people's eyewitness accounts and
Of foots.
yeah.
Actually, you know what? I did have something I want to talk about. One of these researchers found a mold, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or they molded a Bigfoot print.
Okay.
And I want to get the actual wordage that they used because it was just the definition of fucking, you know what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to get the right word to use.
For what?
I'm trying to pull up the information.
Okay.
I can't even talk today, man.
We've
Been running.
We started exercising, guys.
Yeah, and we ran right before this, and I'm like out of my mind right now.
Yeah, I haven't slept yet.
Yeah, dermal ridges.
Dermal ridges. Is
That's
the
what I've been
name
trying
of
to
the footprint, or
It's like the equivalent of our fingerprint, like our identity on our fingerprint.
Like the things that are inside your fingerprint that make it unique to you.
Yeah. So they went and fucking molded this footprint and pulled up one because your feet have those too, right? And they got an actual footprint or a toe print.
That's pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
That means it's real skin. Like
the feet actually have identity.
I wonder if that means they have like unique fingerprints and stuff like that, like we do.
I would assume so. I mean, you can definitely see it right there in that picture.
Definitely, yeah. It's pretty cool.
So that right there is weird.
Fuck yeah, it's weird, man.
Actually, I want to do another one, the UFO one. How I talked about how there's been UFO sightings, and then it goes into Bigfoot sightings.
Mm-hmm.
So, in October 25th, 1973, a group of farmers in Fady County, Pennsylvania, observed a brightly lit dome-shaped UFO approximately 100 feet in diameter. Quote, as the locals drove towards it, they saw a pair of gargantuan creatures covered with thick, matted hair, luminescent green eyes, and long arms that dangled below their knees. A farmer's son fired a gunshot at the creature, one of which raised its right hand in the air. At that very moment, the UFO disappeared. Then the two Bigfoots escaped into the woods where they'd never been seen again.
See, that's kind of cool too.
But I've never heard of Bigfoots having luminescent green eyes.
I've heard of that, but I mean, humans don't, right?
No, we don't. I mean, if a light shines on us, I guess we have like more reddish eyes.
Yeah.
But I don't think so.
Because it was more like an animalistic glow.
Yeah.
So I think that I've heard of that before too.
Maybe that's...
I want to say I heard about it in the documentary that I had watched.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that kind of brings lights to it. The Matlog, the Native Americans, the demon.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Imagine
that's
looking
true
in
too.
the woods and seeing green eyes just looking at you.
Yeah. That would be kind of freaky.
I would shit myself.
Yeah, a little bit. Just a little bit.
Just a teensy bit. But yeah, that's all the notes I took.
Yeah, well, the thing, like I was trying to say, is I think that a lot of this is just like eyewitness accounts and people saying they've seen them and all that. There's not a ton of facts. I mean, as far as it goes, because it hasn't really ever been officially like caught or anything like that.
Yeah.
Here's something. What do you think it would be like to catch one dead, or why do you think we haven't found any dead bodies?
The one I believe is they have tribes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they bury their dead, just how we do.
Yeah, but even human bodies eventually get dug up, right?
But not if there's in like a well-isolated area where you're not going to be digging. Because imagine you got to go into the woods where these places are and just dig.
So then if that's the case, then they actually have human instincts.
Yeah.
So that'd be kind of crazy.
That's why I believe. So what my personal belief is, there's tribes of these creatures,
mm-hmm.
and they're actually like established. They might not live on the ground. They might actually live like they have caves, or they dig up and have a little community underground, and that's where they stay.
Yeah, they could be, so like, because you said like they like to live by the coast, so they could actually be like maybe able to breathe underwater, or
at least hold their breath long enough and have like a place to stay.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But I also believe they travel in like at least pairs of two, because if one dies while they're walking, the other one, I believe, they bury their dead.
You know what? I seen this one. It was like years ago. I was watching this Chasing Bigfoot or some shit like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it said they had this hunter on there who told a story about when he supposedly saw one. And then he was hunting and he ended up by himself, and he saw one when it was like with the cubs or something like that. I guess that's what they called him. And then he ended up shooting and killing the thing. And before it died, he actually went over there and seen it, and he realized like when he was over there that he killed like something so similar to him that he felt like he murdered a human. And then he went away, and then like he ran away to get help. And when they got back there, the thing was gone. There was no like evidence of it whatsoever.
Not even blood?
I don't remember them saying there was blood, but
because if there was no blood, that kind of
yeah, but
he shot something.
Yeah, no, that wouldn't make sense. The only thing is that maybe they
alien.
Took everything with them.
They took the dirt with the blood on it,
because they've obviously they dug it up, or you know what I mean, something like that. But because if they are anything like us, they've obviously went to great lengths to stay hidden, like, and they're very much aware of us trying to find them.
I agree.
And I know that they like bang on trees a lot and shit to communicate, and like you were saying earlier, they scream like crazy because the Bigfoot shows that I've seen, they like do this weird ass yelling, and supposedly that's how they communicate.
I saw something like on the skunk ape that screams like that and has this nasty smell to it.
Yeah,
and so I've heard a lot about the scream as well.
Yeah, you just said they had matted hair.
Yeah.
So that would make sense that they would stink like shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of crazy. There's a lot of sightings too, which makes me think that they're not faked. I mean, how many people can really fake all that stuff?
I would assume not a lot.
I mean, okay, a lot of people can say shit and fake shit, but like the accounts are so close. And I think we talked about this on one of our cryptid episodes. Like the chupacabra, remember? It was like depicted as so many different ways. I think it was a chupacabra we were talking about. It was depicted in so many ways that it's like, well, how is this real then?
How are you supposed to know if it's true or fake? Yeah.
It just doesn't add up. But all these things are being, like, the things they're seeing are so similar that it just makes sense.
I agree, yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah. But
I mean, like, all of them, this is the most, like, the cryptids, like you just said, this is the one cryptid that everyone agrees with what it looks like.
Correct.
Even the ones in Russia, the ones in China, the ones in
no matter where you are in the world, you see one of these things, and
the Bigfoot, the Yeti,
they
the
look
El
the
Nasty,
same, dude.
all of them are the same. You know, the abominable snowman. It's just white.
Yep.
The fucking dude. Yeah,
it's kind of crazy. To get it so similar all over the world.
It's actually bizarre.
Yeah.
Well, what's your final thoughts?
My final thoughts are, I obviously believe it. I feel like I did see something that I could maybe believe was one.
Yeah.
And so that obviously it sways me in the direction of obviously believing it. And so, yeah. Also, I think they're really fucking cool, so I just really want it to be real.
Yeah, I agree.
So there's
I
that
also
as well.
I also believe. Sorry, I kind of have a burp right there. Yeah, I also believe him.
Yeah.
I'm always the type of person that wants to be like the devil advocate when it comes to like the footage, because I don't know. Sometimes just looking at it, you may be able to, but but I still believe it.
Yeah. No, I don't think. God, I just think there's too many eyewitness accounts for it to be faked. Just doesn't make sense. But also, I saw one, so that helps me to believe that it's a little real.
Yeah, just like me with the Skinwalker. I believe Skinwalkers a lot more than anything else.
Yeah, it makes sense. If you see something, you're going to believe it, right?
Yeah.
Makes sense to me, man.
Well, that's going to be it for the Bigfoot part, right?
Yeah, so we're doing it a little bit different. Like we said in the beginning, we're kind of just throwing everything that we used to do in the beginning at the end.
Yeah.
We're getting to the actual topic in the beginning because we feel like we want to make sure that you guys
get what you want.
Yeah.
You come here because you want to hear Bigfoot. And if you want to stay for the end, by all means, stay for the end.
We really want you to stay for the end. But, yeah, so we're hoping that you guys will enjoy this a little bit. And if you don't, let us know. If you do, let us know.
Yeah, if you want to go back to the original, let us know. But for now, for the meantime, we're going to stay back here.
I actually think I think this is going to turn out pretty good because we're we're getting to the point right away, and then we could have a little bit of fun at the end.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, you want to get into a bizarre story?
I do. We have that music. Let me find it because I had pulled it up, but then it's in my phone, so
all right.
I gotta look for it real quick.
Now, here's a little story we got to tell. It's really bizarre, so hear it now.
So I found a really long one. I don't know. Should I just read a long one or what?
Fuck it.
I'm running out of stories, so we're eventually going to get to these long ones because nobody sends us the damn stories in.
Hey, you motherfuckers.
So, fuck it. We're reading this one. It's called 911 Operator.
This is going to be fun.
So, this is apparently the operator. This is going to be hard to, dialogue because there's two people talking to each other. But anyways, 911, what's your emergency?
Oh, wait. We can play this out.
We could.
Let's play this out.
Okay, go for it. Okay, so we're going to we pause it real quick because we're going to try something new.
Yeah, we're going to try this out.
I'm going to read one person's, who's going to read the others, and we're going to kind of do a little fucking monologue or whatever.
All right, so the story is 911 operator, all right? 911, what's your emergency?
Yeah, hi. This is going to sound kind of strange, but there's a man stumbling around in circles in my front yard.
Could you repeat that, sir?
He looks sick or lost or drunk or something. I just woke up to get a glass of water and heard snow crunching around underneath my front window, so I peeked out. I'm looking at him now. He's about 10 yards away from my window. Something's not right.
What is your address, sir?
1617 Quarry Lane in Pinella Pass.
I'm going to send a squad car out with there, but that's quite a ways away. Are you alone in your house, sir?
Yes, I'm alone.
Can you confirm that all your doors and windows are locked? Stay on the phone with me.
I know that my front is definitely locked, but I'll go check my back door again really quick. Oh, that's me. Sorry. I appreciate your help, by the way. I know this is kind of strange, but I really hope that...
Sir, are you still there?
He's still in the yard, but he's... What the fuck? He's upside down.
Sir, stay on the line with me. What is happening?
He's staring right at me, but he's standing on his hands now. He's perfectly still, staring straight at me. He's doing a handstand and smiling at me, and he's not moving.
He's doing a handstand, sir?
I don't know how he's facing me and standing on his hands, and he's got this huge smile, and he's perfectly still. What the fuck? Please get someone out here now.
Sir, I need you to remain calm. I put on the call and officers on his way.
His teeth are so huge. What the fuck? Please help me.
Sir, I want you to try and keep an eye on him, but make sure your back door is locked again. We need to make sure all possible access points are secure. Can you talk to me through and confirm your back door is locked?
Okay, I'm walking backwards now and keeping him in my sight. My hand is on the back doorknob now. It's locked. I need to check the deadbolt, so I'm going to take my eyes off of him for a split second.
All right, sir. Help us on the way. Just stay on the phone with me. Everything's going to be all right. Sir? Sir? Are you still there?
His face is up against glass.
Sir, I need you to speak up. What is happening?
I looked away for a split second, and now his face, it's pressed up against my front window. His teeth are huge, and he's still smiling. There's no color in his eyes. Jesus, please help me. Why won't it fucking move?
Sir, I need you to go to the nearest room and lock yourself inside. Do you have a basement or a bedroom that you can lock yourself in?
He won't stop staring. He's going to hurt me.
Sir, I need you to listen to me. Lock yourself somewhere safe until the officer arrives at your house. Can you hear me?
Yes. I'm going to lock myself in my room. And you're positive that you're alone in your house? Oh, I just read yours, huh?
Yes, you are positive that you're alone in your house?
Yes, I'm alone in the house. Wait a minute. He's moving He's shaking his head. He's telling me no. He can hear us? He's telling me I'm not alone.
Sir, are you still there? I heard a loud noise. Is everything all right? Sir? The end.
Posted by Higgs Thunder. That was actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like just reading it back and forth like that.
It was actually really fucking funny.
Yeah, it was cool. It was a funny story. The guy's probably fucking dead, but
just fucking standing there doing motherfucking handstand and shit.
That was pretty.
That was kind of like the Grinning Man.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. That was pretty fun actually reading back and forth like that. I wonder if we can find more like that.
We should.
Yeah, that was definitely fun.
It was different. It was actually fucking hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
We should. Next time we got to get more of a. All right, I'm doing this part. You're doing that part, and we got to break it down more.
Yeah.
What else we got?
Do we have anything else as a question?
I don't really think so. I got my brain fuck.
Oh yeah.
All right, so can you take a guesstimate of what it was?
What was the question again?
Oh yeah, let's read it out. What belongs to you, but others use it more often?
What belongs to me, but others use it more often?
Yep.
My phone.
Your name.
My name.
Yep.
That was so easy.
It was so easy.
It was right in front of my eyes. I couldn't tell.
Oh, yeah.
It's not bad.
It's not bad at all.
I like that one.
All right. So yeah, tell us if you liked us doing our stories in the beginning or end.
Switched it up on you.
Switch it up on us, on you, not us. I guess it's on us too. It's
Both
different.
of us, yeah.
Yeah. Well, make sure you follow us on social media.
On
Twitter, Instagram.
Yep. Listen to us on wherever you find your fucking podcasts.
Yeah, if we're not on that whatever fucking podcast place you listen to, let us know. We'll put us on there.
We'll put you on it, or we'll put us on it.
Put us on it.
There you go.
Yeah. So make sure you follow us on Instagram.
Also,
Facebook.
if you do have any stories,
send
them to Bizarre Investigations Podcast. No.
Well, that's for Instagram and Twitter. But if you
Yes.
want to send it to our email, bizarreinvestigations@gmail.com.
It's a clusterfuck right now, guys. We're just shouting shit out.
Yeah, we need to have a script for the end.
We need to get some sleep before we do these things, is what we need.
And not run.
That's true, too.
Yeah.
Right. Don't run before the podcast anymore.
Don't run before the podcast because, let me tell you, my fucking lungs are killing me and I sound raspy as shit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, not that last part, but my lungs.
I don't even smoke and I feel like I'm a smoker.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyways.
Nothing else?
Nothing else, bud.
All right. Well, we're doing all this shit live, so here we go.
Peace out.
Yeah, I forgot to say toodles.